Hello friends, welcome to my channel Mathematicos. Today's discussion is on the chapter Squares and Square Roots from Class 8 NCERT textbook. In this video, we will discuss exercise 6.2 and also understand few properties of squares and square roots. So let's start. Question number 1 says, we have to find the square of the following numbers like 32, 35, 86, 93, 71 and 46. But here we will not directly find the squares, we will use a property, that is the distributive property, and find the squares of the following numbers. So let's start here. So we have the first number as 32. So we have to find 32 squared. Now 32 squared is 32 I can write as 30 plus 2 whole squared. So 30 plus 2 whole squared. So 30 plus 2 whole squared is nothing but 30 plus 2 into 30 plus 2. So 30 plus 2 is multiplied 2 times. So here we will use the distributive property, that means each and every term must be multiplied with each other. That is, first 30 should be multiplied with 30 plus 2. Again this plus 2 plus 2 again should be multiplied with 30 plus 2. So 30 is multiplied with this 2 terms. Again 2 is also multiplied with these 2 terms. So now what we get, 30 into 30. See the first one, 30 into 30 is nothing but 30 squared plus 30 into 2. So we can write it like this, 30 into 2 plus 2 into 30 plus again 2 into 30 we have written. Now 2 into 2, what we get, 2 squared. So 30 square is easy for us. 30 square is nothing but 30 into 30 we get 900 plus 60 plus 60 and at last 2 squared is 4. Hence when you add it, 900 plus 60 plus 60 plus 4, that is 900 plus 60 960, 960 plus 60 we get 1020 plus 4 we get 1024. Hence 32 square is 1024. So in the same way the other numbers we can it can be easily done. So in the same way we can find 86 squared by the same method, writing 86 as 80 plus 6 whole squared and multiplying them. So we get 7396, and so on. We can solve the other questions like 93, 71 and 46 with the same method. So in the same way we can find 93 squared, that is 8649, 71 squared, that is 5041, and 46 squared, that is 2160. But you have to take a note that this is only for this exercise. In the future, if you whenever in the further problems when we need to find the square of the numbers, we will directly multiply them and find the squares. Question says, write a Pythagorean triplet whose one of the member is 6, 14, 16 and 18. So when we talk of a Pythagorean triplet, so a Pythagorean triplet is always of the form 2m, m squared plus 1 and m squared minus 1. So this is the Pythagorean triplet general form. That means one of the member is 6. When we say one of the member is 6, any one of them would be 6. So if we know any one, the other we can find, because just you have to know the value of m. So here we have to see out of these 3 which one will take as 6, such that we can easily get the value of m. So clearly we can see that 6 is an even number and 2m is also an even number because it is multiplied by 2. Hence, what we can do, we can write 2m is equals to 6. We can take 2m equals to 6 implies m will be equals to 6 by 2, that is 3. Now once we get m, the other two numbers we can get like m squared plus 1 and m squared minus 1. So m squared plus 1, m is 3, so 3 squared plus 1, 3 squared is 9, 9 plus 1 we get 10. And m squared minus 1, 3 squared minus 1, we get 9 minus 1, that is 8. Hence, the Pythagorean triplet is 6, 8 and 10. So, this is the Pythagorean triplet. Now, how to verify our answer? See here. Pythagorean triplet is nothing but if you add the squares of two numbers, it should be equal to the third number's square, that is 6 squared plus 8 squared. 6 squared plus 8 squared, that is 36 plus 64. How much we get? We get 100, and 100 is nothing but 10 squared. So you can see here 6 squared and 8 squared. When you add, we are getting 10 squared. Hence 6, 8 and 10 form a Pythagorean triplet. So in the same way, the other numbers we can find it out like 14, 16 and 18. So let's see this. So similarly, we can find for 14, that is that we have taken 2m as 14 because 14 is an even number. So we have taken 2m as 14. Then we can find m as 7. Then m squared plus 1 is 50 and m squared minus 1 we got 48. Hence 14, 48 and 50 form a Pythagorean triplet. The same way, when you take 16, so 2m will be 16, m we will get as 8. Then we'll use the value of m and find the value of m squared plus 1 and m squared minus 1. Hence we get 16, 63 and 65. That forms a Pythagorean triplet. In the last bit, we have taken 18 as 2m. So from here m we have got as 9. M squared plus 1 we got 82 and m squared minus 1 we get 80. Hence 18, 80 and 82 form the Pythagorean triplet. You and keep exploring.